Well, learning to fly seems to be on a lot of bucket lists, and if you can find a spot, make the time and budget the money, this skill will take you to new heights. I take us to aviation school.
As soon as you touch, you go to full power. If you catch a hook, good, and you stop. If you don't catch a hook, you go. That's called a bolter.
Cecil Toon spent 15 years in the Navy, 2 Vietnam tours, 300 carrier daytime landings, and 50 at night.
So this is your attitude indicator.
He knows aviation, and for 30 years has been instructing pilots in the science and art of flying. While there are several flight schools around, the pathway to a private pilot's license is essentially the same.
So you get your lessons, and the first step is from 0 to solo. Second step is solo to cross country. And the third step is cross country to certificate. So there's really those 3 levels at the private pilot level.
It's a lot of work. You learn the mechanics and performance of the airplane, as well as what affects the flight, weather.
It's not just staying away from thunderstorms, it's also knowing the air density to determine how much runway the airplane needs to take off, and also the wind speed and the wind direction. All different factors come into play. Even the height of the cloud cover above the ground will determine if a visual flight rules pilot can even take off.
The aircraft needs a specific ratio of air and fuel, and depending on how thin the air is, it will need more runway to take off and a faster ground speed to fly.
If you go out to Colorado, you'll find runways out there are usually 7,000 to 8,000 feet long, because thin air doesn't provide as much engine power or lifting power as thick air.
And then there are storms and turbulence.
Our rule of thumb is stay 20 miles away from those, because we don't want to get caught, we don't want to get hailed on.
Turbulence at times is just a part of flying, and pilots are trained to avoid it when they can and manage it when they can't. There are many reasons to fly a plane.
So the goal and dream is to become an airline pilot. So I got about 500 more hours before that takes place.
I just want to be up there, feel free up there, and I just want to fly for a living.
But there's one reason that seems to connect all the others.
Well, it's fun.